rules for Mexican Independence Day with us, a community, because this is getting embraced to a very high level, which started this year. So we kick things off and we get this party started as a world title fight. And you got Roash Jr. on the card. I mean, this is off the top of my head, just these things that I remember, not to mention it was free. Like, this is an event that just anybody without a pay-per-view option can watch. Absolutely sold out, packed, T-Mobile. Honoring, openly honoring, not just coincidental on the date, honoring Mexican Independence Day. So you even have a decision that favors Grasso, and you have a heel bullet who I wish would just embrace heel, thus be herself, even says the reason she won the decision is because it's Mexican Independence Day. That's hot. That is red hot. I'm watching Tyson Fury, as of 48 hours ago, claim that his opponent won a decision because the country the opponent's from is being attacked and is at war. And you know what? I told you guys that 31 days before the fight. I agree with Fury, but I'm watching him get ambushed for that comment. And the bullet claiming that Grasso won because it was a decision and the celebration was Mexican Independence Day. I just share with you, that's compelling. I mean, like, that is really hot stuff, but I want to ask this. Okay? You must know, I'm a sociologist. I have a degree in sociology. Not me or any one of my peers will ever be caught bragging about their degree in sociology. We all knew full well this is not a field of massive expertise, and we're not going to be the most respected degrees in the room. I mean, I just share that with you, but there is one thing you get. I can have those conversations that everyone else will tell you to stay away from. I could talk to you about religion. I could talk to you about sexual orientation. I could talk to you about socioeconomic class. I could talk to you about race and division. And these things where there's landmines. Guy's not going to navigate it. Guy has that topic, he better be ready to go to HR. He's going to get himself Me Too right on out of the business. I would never step on one of those. It's what I'm trained in. It's the only thing that I could really brag to you about it. I don't step on those. And the reason I'm asking you, I don't know the rules on this Mexican Independence Day and our level of celebration here. I just know it's catching on, it's real. Oh, and by the way, it's on the tip of the tongue of our biggest star. I could go back the last 6 Conor McGregor interviews, and he has found a way to mention it. It really matters to him. I don't know what the backstory there is. I don't know why Conor is so into that. I don't know if he was at home and he watched the show with Roash Jr., with Grasso and Shevchenko, and he got inspired, or he saw the crowd and he thought that looked cool. I don't know what it is. I just know Conor wants to fight on Mexican Independence Day. He wants to do it at the Spear in Las Vegas. And if he had mentioned that one time, so what? So what if anybody said it one time? Conor's been extremely consistent. He isn't consistent about anything. He's an MMA fighter one day, and that afternoon, he's going to box Manny Pacquiao. Like, he's not consistent about anything. Well, he has been about this. I want to know why, and I want to know what the rules are. Like, here, by example, when I say the rules, Mexican Independence Day, we're going to celebrate it. Now, we're an American company, and we're going to do it in America. We're not going to Mexico, we're going to do it in America. So right there, it seems like, okay, we're being very sweet. Does it have to be headlined by a Mexican? Like, if Conor McGregor gets his way, and I can't remember a time that he didn't. Can you? Just one. Tell me one time that he didn't get his way. If he gets his way, he's going to headline that event. So I'm now asking you, well, no, let's back it up a step further. If we're going to be real fair and we're going to be detectives here, let's back it up one step. Conor would be assigned to that event. Now, let's on our own make the assumption that's in a main event spot. Okay, now comes my question. I'll ask it for a third time. Does it need to be headlined by a Mexican? If it's one half McGregor, does it have to be headlined by... I just got to keep going back to that. Because who? Who are you going to have? Where are you going to get them? Where are they going to come from? And it would seem to me when it's McGregor, anywhere's your answer. Bring him for a different organization. Bring him from 185 pounds, cut him down to 170. Go find yourself a 55-pounder and bump him up. But is that what it would need to be? And is this the thing that Conor's pursuing? Perhaps it's a coincidence. But guys, 6 interviews in a row, it's a big deal. And you want to know what else? His contract's up. And that's a very obscure term, by the way, when you hear that. You'll hear that on 5 different guys' his contract's up, but it'll have 5 different meanings. Contract up means you don't have one. It's up. Well, not in this business. It's up also refers to it's coming up. In fact, more times than not in this business, when you hear a guy's contract is up, it means it's coming up. We're coming up on the time when we're going to revisit this contract. That's 5 months from now and a fight down the road, which seems like an eternity, but we're coming. I'm just sharing with you, like when you hear that expression, it doesn't always mean the same thing. And Conor is saying that this is coming up. He's got 2 fights left, and the UFC has made the first move. The first move to open the doors to having the conversation. And one of the things Conor said is that he wants to fight again at the Sphere, specifically on Mexican Independence Day. Now, if you're paying attention, you would know why to combine the Sphere and Mexican Independence Day. Conor McGregor, for any fault he has, pays attention. He is the opposite of a Sandhagen. Right, I mean, Conor knows exactly what is going on in this business at all times, in any weight class. He has his thumb on it. I've got to give Conor credit for that. He is a very good student of this sport. And I only tell you that because Dana's made it clear that they're going to do the Sphere on Mexican Independence Day. So for Conor to come out and demand the Sphere on Independence Day, right, this is one of the great moves of Conor, because the only thing Conor's ever sold is power. People believe he is almighty and powerful. So when he comes out with a statement that it must be the Sphere on Independence Day, he's now setting himself up to take credit for the impending announcement that they're going to play the Sphere on Independence Day. I mean, just so you understand where that's coming from, then he's got to get himself on there. And I'm wondering, Conor, who's been great at everything, who has never missed that we've seen, right? There's only one time that even looked like he was going to miss, which was Michael Chandler on June 29th. Conor made that announcement. Dana went on Pat McAfee, said, no, that isn't accurate. Well, but now it is. It's come around. So, I mean, I got to tell you, the only thing he's ever gotten wrong, he ended up getting right. So if Conor is making a play 6 times he said this, Independence Day and Sphere, does he have to have a Mexican opponent? I don't think so. I don't think any part of that. I don't agree with the bullet with Grasso. I don't think they got main event because of that. I don't think Grasso won because of that, but that doesn't mean I'm right. Maybe the bullet was onto something. I know Tyson Fury was, so I'm just asking you guys, right? In this space, we fiercely adhere to whatever rules we make up as we go. But we don't have a real clarity on interim championship, and we don't really have real clarity on how long you can be a closeted undisputed champion. And we don't have any rules on Mexican Independence Day, whether or not it can be headlined by a non-Mexican athlete. So I'm asking you, if Conor pursues this, and I think he's gonna, then Conor's gonna get it, and I think he's gonna. And it would limit the pool of potential opponents if we don't clear it up now and let it be known that while we're doing the celebration, we are not guaranteeing a Mexican athlete a blue or red corner spot in the main event. Is that statement true or not?